Hi Scorpio, welcome to Sugar Free. This is a general reading for October 2018. A 3-card major arcana reading, and then one from the swords, one from the wands, one from the pentacles, and one from the cups, and then one from the wild Kuan Yin oracle. So I hope you're doing well. We've passed the autumn equinox, we've passed the harvest moon, the full moon, just. Well, in the UK we have anyway. It was last night. It was big, and the feeling of release today is, for me in any case, palpable. Very, very nice, and it's a lovely, calm, fresh day outside. And I'm just looking out the window, and there's a big bank of ivy over an old stone building on the other side of the lane here. And ivy is the late flowering plant, and it is alive with bees, absolutely alive with them. Oh, and there's a butterfly just turned up as well. Oh, it's just so lovely. So everything's getting in the last knockings before autumn really gets hold and we move in towards the cold season. But there we go. Anyway, a little bit of news from here. So anyway, I'll shut up and shuffle. I'm just going to give it one more. Right, now usually I don't do that. I don't go for that whole cards falling out thing. But I was engaged on your last shuffle. It's fallen out. It's in camera. I'm taking it. Okay, the Emperor. I'm going to finish this shuffle. And I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to get your other 2 cards. Wow. Okay, no. I'm so pleased, Scorpio. I thought it was going to be the devil. I thought it was going to be the devil. It comes up for you so often. But anyway, it's not. It's the Emperor, and that's good. Right, things are on the up. Things are on the up, Scorpio. This is wonderful. We have a sense of order, and we have a sense of authority. And I'm getting struck that this is authority over yourself. I mean, in terms of the position of the Emperor here in this reading, he's not looking at this or this. He's not looking at the Tower, more about that later, or at the Wheel of Fortune, which is very pleasingly in the upright here. Sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't, but I'm going to take it that it does. He's not looking at any of that. The Emperor is looking out. He's looking out. And you know, he's looking at his fucking empire, Scorpio. And this is you. This is how you come into the reading. This is wonderful. Authority over yourself. Authority within and over yourself. Because, yeah, especially for a sign like you, water sign, and so deep, so intense, Scorpio, it's so easy to see the self, and this is the same for all of us, see the self as sort of at least 2 distinct things, possibly more. And we have the self that kind of, perhaps, I mean, very basic term, wants to be good and wants to be happy. And we have the self that maybe does things that the first self kind of wishes it hadn't done, but it does them anyway because it. So what I see here is a real sense of things being pulled together. And I mean, in psychoanalytical terms, we have, I think in Freudian they call it the superego, the ego, and the id, or is that Jungian? Anyway, and in terms of transactional analysis, you have the parent, the adult, and the child. So the first one, the superego parent figure, is like the authority figure, the one who says, no, don't take the biscuit. Don't take the cookie. You've already had a packet. Don't have any more. And then the adult or the ego goes, oh yeah, I know I shouldn't really have it, but I do really quite fancy it, and just kind of sits in the middle. And then the child, or the id, is going, I want the vegan cookie, I'm going to have it, I don't care. Ugh. Like, finger to you, I'm going to have the cookie because I want it. Yeah. That's one model. But this is superego. This is adult. This is the emperor in the upright. So there's a real sense of pulling oneself into shape here, which is fantastic. And I would say probably a good thing too, because the block or drain is the tower. But what this is catastrophizing, I think, but I just need to have a little think about this. Yeah, okay. What I'm seeing here is that this emperor working very, very hard not to look at this. And yeah, I say he's looking out, he's surveying his empire, he's surveying everything that's around him, but he's deliberately got his back turned to this. And I actually think that's a good thing, because I mean, when this happens, when the tower happens, it is a force majeure. It literally comes out of the blue, and there is nothing you can do. And I think what's happening here is that the emperor energy, the superego, the adult, and by superego I don't mean super duper best ego, I mean the one above, yeah, knows that this kind of energy is around. And I mean, truth be told, Scorpio, this tower energy is around for all of us. Anytime we could all totally fuck our lives over with like one sentence at any time. We can do that, all of us, no matter what our situation is. I mean, one of the easiest ways to do that, to bring this about in your life, oh, look, there we go, is to just tell someone what you really think of them without mediating it with emperor energy, with superego energy. Just go, you know what? I think you are. And you can kiss goodbye to that relationship. You can kiss goodbye to that job. You can kiss goodbye to that friendship. You can kiss goodbye to all the goodwill that has been built in there. And I think there's, as I say, for all of us, there's always a danger that can be done. Like one loose sentence, and you can lose an awful lot. I mean, they do say it takes 20 years to create a reputation and 5 minutes to destroy it. However, the emperor here is in the upright, and he knows that this could be going on behind him, might be going on, could go on at any time, and that if he wanted, he could just turn around and bring that mace down and smack that tower to bits if he wanted, but he's choosing not to. There's a sense of being very measured here, no matter how present this is. Now, in this reading, the middle card is the block or drain. And I mean, there is no way the tower is not going to function as a drain on your well-being. You spend this time, as I say, building a reputation or building a business or building a relationship or building a life. And then this thing just happens, like WTF, and suddenly the whole lot gets crashed down. That's what happens sometimes. The key thing is not sort of like going, oh God, what can I do to prevent this happening? You can't do anything. It's lightning, it's come out of the blue. The key thing is, how do you respond when something like that happens? Do you blame yourself for that bolt of lightning? I don't think that would really be fair on you. Do you blame somebody else for that bolt of lightning? Ditto, that wouldn't be fair either. Sometimes shit just happens. That's what the tower is. It's the shit happens card. And it's nothing to do with what anyone has done. Even to the point of I mean, you could say, oh, I shouldn't have spent all that time and all that effort and invested all my energies into building that tower. I should have known that a lightning bolt could come. And it's like, no, 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 come on. Let yourself off that. Let yourself off that. There is a marshalling of inner forces that is simply not going to entertain this energy this month. And the key to power is to understand. I mean, here we are halfway through the tarot cycle, card number 10. To understand that this is really basically what we're dealing with. You can have the best laid plans and the whole lot can get wiped out. I think the French have a saying, l'homme propose, Dieu dispose. Man proposes, God disposes. You can make all the plans you want, and it's not all in your hands. And there's an acceptance here as the key to power, the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, may I add, which is jolly good, as I said earlier, that large tracts of our lives, and possibly, if you take it to an extreme, all of our lives, is in the lap of the blinking gods, Scorpio. And that's what I'm getting from this. And I'm getting a real awareness of this. And this is maturity. And, would an emperor in the upright, if this has happened somewhere in his empire, sit and put his head in his hands and go, woe is me? No, he wouldn't. He would dispatch a team out to the location of this out of the blue force majeure disaster to help everybody, like rescue what can be rescued, get what can salvage what can be salvaged from the situation, and work out where to go from here in a cool, hard-headed, self-disciplined kind of way. And that is the best way to respond to a tower situation or to tower energy. I mean, there's always initially the, oh my God, but then, okay, spilt milk, best wipe it up. And one of the key factors to the self-discipline involved here as a response to tower energy is to understand that vast tracts of our lives are in the lap of the gods. And so interesting. I see a real kind of marriage here of wisdom between the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune, both of them in the upright, because a wise ruler, which we are all in a position to be in our own lives, a wise ruler of the self understands very well that untold aspects of our lives are in the lap of the gods, and they can go this way and they can go that way and they can go the other fucking way. We just don't know. And it is very, very advisable for all of us to expand our repertoire in terms of how we see life, how we see the world, and how we see stuff to accommodate this. And this is what I see happening in this reading. There's real maturity here in the face of tower energy. I don't know what this represents. I don't even necessarily know whether this is some kind of event, or whether this is just an awareness of past tower moments and a fear of present and future tower moments. But there is real control here, and there is an acceptance of the endless turning of the Wheel of Fortune. Right, let's get one from the Swords. Okay, Knight of Swords. Well, I've got to say, the jaggedy clouds here and all this speed and all this rushing is rather reminiscent to me of the Tower. I think something possibly going down, something possibly happening with a particular individual, or perhaps an institution or a system where rapid change has to be met, has to be coped with, has to be engaged with. And very, very often when change comes rapidly, even when it's good, it can be an unpleasant experience because we simply weren't expecting it. As I say, even something superb suddenly turning up in our lives can be very, very disruptive. But still, we have Emperor energy here. So, there might be some quick, like, what the fuck stuff happening this month from outside of you. Perhaps, as I say, a person or a communication, a letter, email, something coming in that gives us a shake. But bottom line is we just we never know what's coming. We never know what's coming, and I think that no, I won't go there. I was just going to muse on how as you get older you realise more that you never know what's coming, but at the same time you get more concretised. So I should just shut up and pull the wand. Ace of Wands. Wow, that was worth shutting up for, wasn't it? Ace of Wands. How fantastic, Scorpio. How fantastic. Now look at that mace. Look at that ace. Wow, there is real authority here. There's real power. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. Now look, this falling tower can be built again, okay? Or a new tower can be built. Just build a new one. Just build a new one. This young dude here going, I come with news. It's like, yeah, got your news? Yeah, thanks, bye. Yep, take it, sign for it, fuck off. Yep. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because, the Ace of Wands signifies whole new engagement, like practical engagement with the world. I think there might be some real shift in your circumstances. Perhaps a move or real thinking about a move. It's the taking in hand, literally, with the hand grasping the wand here. It's the taking in hand of a situation in a very, very self-disciplined way that you perhaps did not see coming. Oh, how beautiful. And this is going to bring... Oh, God, this is like a dream. Look at it. Look at it. It's like a most beautiful dream. We've got this lovely mountain in the background. She's surrounded with this garland of flowers and she's holding that pentacle like a baby. She's almost like Madonna and Child. She's that pentacle on her lap and she's holding it so tenderly and gazing at it. Gazing at it with real... And this is not just, oh, look at my lovely pentacle, isn't it so beautiful? And I love it, I love it, I love it. It's mine, it's mine. It's not. This is real, like, wow, look at what has been achieved. There's a sense of wonder in the pentacle in and of itself. Never mind the fact that she's holding it. I think she would admire it in this way even if someone else was holding it, but she's put in the work. So she's holding it on her lap. This is karmic fruition par excellence, Scorpio, and it's all to do with the mature and authoritative grasping of a perhaps unexpected situation. And the key to that is understanding that you just never know what's around the corner. Oh, Two of Cups. God, this is absolutely fabulous. Two of Cups. Now, okay, now I'm not a great one for saying I think you should, but I just got a really, really clear injunction or advice. Reach out and connect. Reach out and connect in a way that expects nothing back. All right? Connect in a way that expects nothing back, Scorpio, this month. And who knows? Who knows what is embodied in this caduceus of healing that rises from these cups? Connect with zero expectation of anything coming back, and I think you will be amazed at what plops through your door. I don't know, I'm just getting that really strongly here. Expect nothing back. All right, let's get one from Kuan Yin. Okay, I think I see it already. I'm just going to hold this one and keep looking in case I've got that wrong. No, I'm sticking with that one. Where is it? Come on, up to come. Oh, up, oh, up. Ooh. Okay. We get, what is it? Blessing of the Khata bestowed. Now, I've had this oracle for a little while and I haven't done all the research, but I presume that the Khata is this, I'll check afterwards and put a little note in the description, is this length of white fabric here. And the reason I'm presuming that is because I know that lengths of white fabric in the Buddhist traditions are very, very significant. I went on a retreat, or to a retreat, a couple of years ago, where there was a Tibetan Buddhist Rinpoche teaching, and he was offering little one-to-ones, and I had something I wanted to discuss with him. So I went to the lady, the English lady organising it, and I said I'd like to have a little 10-minute chat with him. And she said, okay. She said, now I'm going to give you this. And she handed me a piece of white fabric, a length of white fabric like this, folded up, fresh, new, all folded up, beautiful, like brocade piece of white fabric, folded up and in a plastic wrapper, you know, all fresh and unused and new. She said, when you go into him, hand him this. He will bless it and give it back to you. I'm like, okay. Rightio. So I did. I went and see him, and I went in and gave a little bow, and he said, oh, like this. Lovely, lovely young Rinpoche, very excellent, excellent man. And I handed him the piece of white fabric, and he took it in his hands, and he said some stuff, and then he went, oh, like this, and gave a little nod and handed it back to me. And for a long time after that, and I haven't done it since we moved house, but I had it like draped around a mirror in my room where I had my prayer beads hanging during the day when I finished using them. I had that piece of fabric because it had been blessed by this enlightened, you know, this reincarnated enlightened being, and I guess that's what the Khata is. So this is extremely special to say all that, Scorpio. This is a blessing from the divine that has been given to you, and given to you utterly without expectation of anything in return. It's given to you with no sense of you needing to give anything back. It's the giving of it that embodies its power. And that's why Kuan Yin, we see here, is just dancing with joy, because the blessing of this thing, the blessing that is embodied in this piece of fabric that she gave to the divinity in human form, who then blessed it and gave it back to her. It's now hers. She can do what she wants with it, and she's choosing to dance with it. And I mean, why wouldn't you? This is just superb. Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here, Scorpio, this month. But the key to it, the key to power, is an acceptance of the turning of the wheel of fortune, and an understanding that in order to meet in an authoritative and functional way what the wheel of fortune, what life throws at you, it is necessary to expand into a place of acceptance, and that is a blessing in and of itself. Right, I'm going to leave it there, Scorpio. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope that was meaningful to you. Let me know in a comment if the idea of doing that grabs you. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and I will see you again for another reading very soon. Okay, all best. Take care. Bye bye.